Good morning, everybody. This is the final day of reInvent. How's everyone doing? I love that feedback because I'm sitting down and I'm so excited that the staff asked if we welcome chairs, and I'm like, yes, please. I'm telling you, I'm gonna walk around the stage and support Naya, but I'm gonna be holding on to something, either the chair or the podium. If I fall down, it's scripted as part of the show. Yeah. But both of us want to thank you guys for attending. It's Friday morning, like, come on. I love everybody here. If you guys want to stay back after the session, ask any questions, we're here for you guys. And this is like a very intimate, personal, 100-person enablement session and conversation. So just feel free to kind of track down your questions and follow up with us. I'll do a quick intro, I'll hand over to Naya. My name is Salad Khan. I run our solution architecture team focused on SAP workloads for customers and partners and our alliance with SAP. Really honored to be here with everyone. I think I'm on my 5th reInvent, and also alongside Naya Arduña. I'll let Naya introduce herself. And one of the magical things about presenting at reInvent is that we get a chance to hang out. I've only seen her twice this year, yet we are on calls almost on a weekly basis. So Naya, over to you.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Naya Arduña. I lead a team of solutions architects that we work with SAP as a customer. And when I saw that we were presenting together, I was super excited. I was also a bit shocked in the beginning when I saw it's a morning on Friday. But I thought it has also, I'm a positive person, it has some advantages. So I thought the first one, whoever is here, is the best audience, very committed to SAP workloads. So thank you, all of you. Who was going to replay yesterday? Were very people? Okay, I see a couple. I was also there, but I was sleeping before midnight to be ready here for you. And the second advantage is already for months we've been working for this week. We had some great announcements together with SAP, and we have included this announcement in this session that it couldn't have been possible on Monday. So it's all advantages if you see it that way. So let's start. We're going to talk about, we're going to give use cases and ideas to build profitable businesses for migrations of SAP workloads. But before I start in the agenda, I'm going to go through the generative AI stack to ensure that we are all on the same page there. Generative AI has taken the world by storm because we all were able to experience how exciting, how powerful it is, also as a consumer. So who of you is using generative AI in your personal life? So, for example, I am now able to create songs. I mean, I'm not good with music, but I can even create songs and pictures. I like that. But the real opportunity comes also on how it's going to help business, like transform businesses. Here at Amazon, we are very used to reinventing ourselves, and we have created this model, this like three layers model, when we talk about AWS, like generative AI. So the model here, like the bottom layer, is what we have built as infrastructure to build and train AI models, foundations models. We have innovated at to the chip level. We have the AWS Trainium and Inferencia that we will talk a bit later about it. Then we have the second layer, which is like, okay, you have models, and we give you like some tools to build generative AI apps. Here comes Bedrock, Amazon Bedrock. You must have heard already about Amazon Bedrock, but there I go because it's one of my favorite services, so I like to talk about it. Amazon Bedrock gives us the possibility to build using the different foundations models. Because foundations models, I always see them like kind of as my group of friends. I like them all, but I can use them like a bit for different use cases. I was looking at this great room in the Venetian this morning, and I thought, if I would like to prepare in this room a party, how will I do it? So maybe I will ask here my friend Sulat, who is very strong, to help me like also to remove the chairs. You will do that.
Happy to do that.
Are you good at singing?
No, I'm not good at singing.
I have my friend Mary. She can really sing well, so I will bring Mary here, and she will be singing for you. My friend Katia, she can like bake cakes, and I could do like a good party here for you. So it's a bit the same with the foundations model, but Bedrock has the same thinking and makes it very easy that you can use different foundations models, like from Amazon, from partners, if you want to build an image generation tool or a chatbot. With Bedrock, you can also customize these foundations models. It's the same that I also can do with my friends. So for example, Mary, I was now talking about her. She's also very good at reasoning. And I can also customize Mary because maybe I want that this Mary becomes a solutions architect. They can become a solutions architect. Maybe she can join your team. So what do I do with Mary? I kind of fine-tune her. I give her all the information about AWS, the AWS certifications. And Bedrock does the same with the foundation model. When you have one, you can also fine-tune it, give all the business context data. And once happens with those people, those kind of users, we want generative AI for everybody who don't know about foundation models, and also they don't need to know, they don't want to know. Then we have the upper layer of the stack. This is like the applications that we have built, that they are like ready to use. It's all this Amazon Q family. So in summary, at AWS, we have thought about generative AI end-to-end. We have over 17 years of experience of data and machine learning, and we have the most comprehensive set of data and AI services with all this built-in intelligence. So now that we are now all like scale up in the layers of AI, let's start with the agenda. We are going to talk today first about the AWS and SAP collaboration, and we are going to give like use cases, examples, and how you can like build profitable business and what are the solutions that you can have like directly for customers or for the partners here, for the partners. So let's start with the collaboration. As I said, like we are working very close with SAP as a partner, as a customer, and yes, for example, making Amazon Bedrock accessible for the SAP's Generative AI Hub, or having SAP this week, so exciting, as launch partner for the Amazon Nova models, are just some examples on the way that AWS and SAP, we are collaborating and working together, because we want that SAP customers can apply generative AI and innovate faster. And here is like recognizing one of these in this quote from Christian Klein, which is this collaboration as critical, embedding Gen AI solutions across all the ERP applications. What does it mean more specifically? So I mentioned before, you can all access to leading foundations models from Amazon Bedrock in your SAP BTP environment. You can have access to Amazon Nova, Titan, to models like Anthropic, directly from BTP SAP Generative AI Hub. That's not the only collaboration. Also, SAP is using AWS Tranium and AWS like Inferencia. So SAP engineers using Tranium and Inferencia to base instance. They use it to train and to fine-tune some LLMs, and they could do it in 2 days, what they will do in 23 days with similar EC2 instances. And another example is Joule. How many of you know here Joule? Okay, I see, like many people, not everybody. So basically, Joule is this SAP's AI assistant, and we are also very proud that it's running also mainly in AWS data center. Joule is making much easier all the interactions from the customers with the SAP business systems and making all the tasks that are simpler. I was talking before with some people that they were saying they wanted to see like some kind of architectures. Here you have an architecture. We have provided the reference architecture to our customers for consuming generative AI capabilities of Amazon Bedrock within their SAP BTP. Here there is still missing in the slide the Amazon Nova, but I think, right, like you can go to the...
Yeah, so if everyone picks up their phone, and for those who took a picture of the image, try to scan the QR code. The QR code leads you to a blog, which is on SAP's Discovery Center, and it'll have an updated diagram that was published, I think, like literally 48 hours ago, as soon as Mohammed Allah made the announcement with Dr. Rua Borno. on the introduction and adoption, being a launch partner for Amazon's Nova family of models and its accessibility to customers today in what Naya just mentioned is SAP's Generative AI Hub, a core module of business technology platform, SAP BTP. Like Naya mentioned, the collaboration with SAP is not only white labeling and embedding Amazon Bedrock, which is our service for building applications that leverage multiple models, but it's also across publishing content for customers and partners to leverage, sort of like a how-to in your environments today, whether you're a customer of SAP BTP or you're just starting off in your journey and transforming into SAP RISE or SAP Grow, and you're familiar with AWS. So we've got several of these available to everybody today. And in fact, we even have a call to action if you're interested in diving a little bit deeper, if you want to explore some of your generative AI use cases. And we start off with generative AI because we want to enable you on all the services that are available. We can do workshops. In fact, our team has specialists in probably your region to help you learn more about this specific joint reference architecture or any other working backwards workshop with SAP services. Over to you, Nan.
Yeah, definitely. Please contact us because we are here. Like I see more people coming, which is making me feeling excited, and I'm sure like we can see how we can follow up on this. I'm going to go to one of the examples of how does it mean this AWS Gen AI in practice in the SAP business AI feature. So we have the SAP CX AI toolkit. So this is like a toolkit that has been developed with Gen AI, which delivers 4 key capabilities that are transforming how enterprises work across e-commerce, marketing, sales, or customer service. So first, with these capabilities, we unify all customers' data to create a 360-degree view, and we can generate then actionable insights across all the touch points. This means every interaction is informed by a complex context. Also, the intelligent search is making so much easier to find information, both internally and also externally. And then, like for your team, for any customer, it will mean that you can instantly find relevant information across CRM, product data, document stores like SharePoint. We also have a capability for content creation where we are automating everything, like from product descriptions to visual assets, and we help them to scale all their content operations. And I find the most exciting the next generation of the AI agents, because these aren't like simple, just like, like chatbots. They are like actually autonomous problem solvers that can handle complex and multi-step challenges. If we look into the part of the product image designer, I can show you like a bit like how will that transform a e-commerce customer. So we know for the product teams, always like visual content has always been kind of a major like bottleneck. And with this AI image designer, which has been built, we see by Amazon Bedrock, Amazon S3, and the Titan image generator, is really like changing that. So like the teams that are using this can now like generate and edit product images instantly, all within their SAP Commerce Cloud workflows and using this enterprise governance built in. What is the business impact for this? Well, like the content teams, they reduce the content time. Also, you can like launch the products much faster. You have higher conversion rates from consistent and quality images. And there's like, you can also like scale your catalog more efficiently. And grow with SAP. We have seen also this week, Muhammad here, also Alam, a board member who was talking with Dr. Ruba Borno on the partner session, how Grow with SAP is now available on AWS. And Grow with SAP includes what we are talking about in this session, includes Joule, includes embedded AI. You can leverage AWS services and simplify everyday work with some use cases that we're going to go later a bit more in detail. And of course, in Grow with SAP, you can also use Amazon Bedrock models and build securely build generative AI applications, all using your SAP data. Here I have the quote of Mohammed for those who, I don't know who of you joined the session with Rubab Borno the other day. So he was like coming on the stage and talking about how SAP is a strategic partner, and all the Amazon Nova models are now integrated in the SAP AI core. And how do we customers generative AI exploration? You want to talk a bit about it?
Yeah, I'd love that. Will you join me in the chair, or should I stand up?
I join a bit the chair, I think.
Oh,
I was
awesome. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. All right, team. So how do you all leverage all the services that I reviewed in areas of SAP Business Technology Platform? How do you leverage some of the Nova model announcements we shared? So this is a really good sort of a learning curve, if you think about that. We've got an opportunity for you as a partner or you as a customer to join us in an immersion day. We really pride ourselves on creating updated content on technical enablement, functional enablement for not only our services, but really to transform business processes and to resolve some of those complex problems. And I think if I were to say it again, it would be like remove the heavy lifting. There's a ton of analysis, there's a ton of document gathering that we can help you resolve and help you pursue really quickly with exploration of some of our services. So we have immersion days available to customers, and we can do them jointly with your partner. Say, if you're a customer in the middle of a deployment or you're preparing for a go-live, you're likely working with a partner to help you qualify your data, help you cleanse your data, get some reliability. We can partner up with them to plan an immersion day. We've got many partners that have a competency. In fact, thousands of partners that are part of the SAP competency and combined SAP generative AI competency that can advise you in that space. Part of that journey, we can create proof of concepts for you in the areas of specific use cases that I'll cover directly to customers in the following slides. And then the same partners will work with us to take your proof of concepts into production. How many of you guys have a generative AI related SAP or non-SAP use case in production today? Love it. We've got a couple of hands up. And for those partners, I'll cover this a little bit further, is if partners are interested, I know I've met a couple of partners in the audience. Partners can also take that solution into the AWS marketplace, and it can be a solution that they can go to market across our sellers organization. So when you talk about delivering new experiences around SAP, customers ask us, how can we leverage this service today? At the very start of the conversation, we ask our customers, what is your data strategy? Because every successful data strategy will lead to a successful generative AI strategy. There's always low-hanging fruit. You can certainly go address the deployment of an agent or a service to interact with a specific service line data or a very specific set of databases. But if you have an idea of how to serve your customers, how to get them access to sensitive data through conservative CLIs, we can serve that entire policy and structure into generative AI as well. Some of the use cases that customers come to us, and we've seen success in delivery of generative AI with SAP's technology and services, are in the areas of finance, accounts payable. Think of month-end close, accelerating that from weeks and days to a couple of hours. Think of predictive maintenance, enterprise asset management. Several customers that I've also met in the audience will be interested in learning how they can collaborate and correlate non-SAP and SAP streaming data from their plants and their service machines to be able to identify anomalies and alerts. And not only that, create a ticket in SAP Enterprise Asset Management to go look at that specific location for resolution of either a machine or a part or pre-order one in order to mitigate a future incident. Another area where customers ask us is code translations. So we got a couple of examples of where we've actually helped ABAP customers understand millions of lines of code and be able to translate that forward. So I'll just dive a little bit deeper. Finance managers have a real problem uncovering insights, not to mention anomalies in reporting and changing. And what we've been able to do is create a generative AI instance leveraging Amazon Lex, Amazon Kendra, and Bedrock to get data out of S3 and structured and unstructured data to create insights very dynamically from a language prompt. Also for accounts payable, we can actually gather those insights from documents and non-structured data to look at receipts that are damaged, as an example. To be able to promote an activity to go back to your payer, your partner, to be able to go back and look at that receipt and provide an updated copy, or even just get agents to perform specific tasks very uniquely and quickly and securely for the accounts payable process. Here's an example, accelerating accounts payable audits with intelligent assistants. If you look at this assistant, you're asking them for trends, specifically around a set of invoices that were put in. So you can ask for what type of suppliers are being paid to, and if you see a key supplier in there, like, hey, look, hang on a second, we've never paid this person before. Who is this person? You don't have to sift through thousands of materials of documents and receipts and invoices. You can actually ask this assistant precisely whom have we paid in the last set of time frames, and what were the amounts, and what was the payment materials and methods. On the right-hand side, you can also see the potential provided context of those payments as well. So this is the power of providing intelligent assistance on hundreds and hundreds of documents and receipts. Now, something that we're really excited to share is that customers are used to deploying and working with a lot of AWS services. And those services are in delivery of complex business operations, complex application development. And to enable this service to be available in customers' SAP environments, we work with SAP to release the AWS SDK for SAP ABAP. How many folks are familiar with ABAP? Yeah, pretty much everybody here. So ABAP's SAP's proprietary language that essentially is the core engine, including a lot of new technology that SAP's built for their ERP platform. And with the advancement of the AWS SDK for SAP ABAP, you can now pull in any of your application delivery through a single line of code, leveraging the CLI that's existing and available in your SAP environment. Can I give you an example of that? You can be in your SAP source system, whether it's a RISE or a non-RISE system, and you can see right there that AWS SDK for SAP ABAP sits inside the system and can interact, bless you, with any other service that you're used to working with within AWS, and even call services that are in SAP BTP. We're also in pilot, and if you're interested in this, we're also in pilot mode for the AWS SDK for SAP ABAP, pilot preview of the same SDK in the SAP BTP Cloud. The main recommended way for enhancing and extending your SAP environment is by leveraging the SAP Business Technology Platform, BTP. And we're proud to say that the SDK is also available in the BTP platform, so you can build alongside your generative AI applications and SAP build apps as well. This is a really cool example. So this is going to be a video that hopefully plays by the click of the button. And we've got several customers that have got multi-million lines of code. And part of the heavy lifting is when you're moving from a legacy version of SAP into the newest version of SAP, whether it's RISE or Grow or Familiar, you're going to need to transform some of that code. And quite often, we don't know if that code is operational, what it does, what it means. And we're pretty excited to see some of the advancements we're making in the ability to translate that code. So you can use the ABAP program documentation in an Eclipse IDE, which is super familiar for ABAP developers, to leverage that to be able to describe what that code does and if it's being used in the application. All right, so these services are not just being used by customers and accessible by customers. Our partners are also leveraging these services to build innovative products and applications. If you're a partner in the room and you're interested in building alongside the services that Naya and I shared with you, we've got a great path for you to also work with us. My team will work with you to do partner enablement. We'll go to level 100, level 200 on the core services that are applicable for SAP systems. We're also going to joint reference architectures. In fact, we'll even help you write one alongside SAP to promote the delivery of your specific capability or function with SAP's RISE, SAP Grow, and Business Technology Platform. We'll help you identify customer use cases, working backward from the best customer outcomes. We'll do a POC with you, and we'll even go as far as to create a foundational technical review to be able to deliver that content to our customers. Now, this is all possible with the Partner Innovation Hub for SAP. It's a strategic collaboration agreement with SAP where we bring in key partners to help learn, immerse themselves with services like Amazon Bedrock, Amazon Q, alongside the services that are being announced with SAP. And we help you build solutions. And those solution responses typically form two artifacts. It's a ready-made accelerator, a toolkit, with a solution guidance that we will publish with you on our solutions library page. Customers get a chance to access this and deploy this in many fashions. Here's a short list of partner solutions designed with our partners like Deloitte, IBM, DXC, and HCL in all areas of customer opportunities, like four-way invoice processing. Now, this is a very heavy lift across multiple source systems and partners and contractors and data feeds to be able to do that very, very quickly and remove and essentially minimize and remove payment delays to your partners and vendors. We have Deloitte creating the AI Ops D platform for category management, plant management, price management as well. DXC created the AI predictive maintenance solution for control systems, leveraging the full potential of IoT services alongside SAP Enterprise Asset Management Systems, and HCL Aquasphere as well as an example. Now, we've got dozens of applications. Every one of them is available to you on the solutions library, and we'd love to dive a little bit deeper for you as well. I'll hand it over to Naya to wrap us up on why SAP, and we got a call to action for you as well. Naya?
So why SAP on AWS? So I think this is basically summarizing what we have talked in today. So we talk about our partnership, about how you can find the generative AI models in Amazon Bedrock, but also how SAP is already using AWS chips to train and deploy all these future SAP Business AI offerings. The part of the security we didn't touch, but I think you all are aware that we offer end-to-end these governance capabilities. And I think I like the one of building solutions, like we are here ready to build Gen AI for proof of concepts and solutions with AWS experts here with the team dedicated to the partners with our teams. Also, you mentioned that we have written and have published a lot of technical architectures and blog posts. Our teams write a lot of blog posts. So we have a lot of material, and we are happy here if you want later today to help you navigate. The story of innovation, we have over 2 million customers using database analytics or ML services with AWS. Model flexibility, remember, my friends, you don't need to choose one all the time. You can just be flexible and use Amazon models or other partner models. They are all very easy to access through Amazon Bedrock. And then the easiness of customization. You can customize the foundations models. The same I was saying, I could customize my friend, give them the business context, all in a secure environment. And all you can use RAG and all the fine-tuning capabilities.
On model flexibility that Naya just mentioned, rest assured that security is a principle for each of the services that we create within Amazon Bedrock, whether you're accessing Amazon Bedrock in your AWS environment or you're accessing Amazon Bedrock in the SAP BTP Build environment. You're creating a private copy of the foundation model. You're training it with your data, but your data does not leave your account and access. In fact, you create your own CLI so that you don't even give access to your own user groups if they're not allowed to access that data. None of your data goes back to the parent model company to train their public models. It's private, it's secure, it's only accessible to you for the time that you need, and when you're done with it, it is destroyed, it's not leveraged anywhere else.
And we have here like some call to actions. Do you want to go through them?
Yes, absolutely. So wherever you are in your journey for SAP, if you're evaluating a migration or if you're looking to deploy a new greenfield instance, there's a lot to cover. We can help you prototype your use cases. In fact, we made a lot of announcements this week as well. We have an accelerator built with our colleagues at SAP to help you assess your entire SAP enterprise and deliver a recommendation to you. So you don't have to really sift through how to get started. We can help you do that. We did a partnership with SAP ECS team, Enterprise Customer Services team, and a company partner of ours called K-Turn to deliver an assessment to you through a partnership workshop. From there, we can make really good recommendations on how you can migrate, how you can modernize, you can be cost effective in your journey to AWS. And in your journey, you may need some support to go live. We also have a partnership in that space to help you launch faster as an AWS partner running your SAP workloads on AWS. When it comes to generative AI, like I mentioned earlier, your data strategy is super important for you alongside your generative AI strategy. We can help you craft that with our partners, working backwards from your business problems and customer journeys. We can help you build and prototype proof of concepts. We've got several partners available to take those concepts to you to non-production and production. We have skills and training. Like I mentioned, my team will be excited to partner with you to do hackathons, to do some immersion sessions, and to take some of your use cases back for feedback, even with SAP and partner on building some of those use cases. And we have a number of solutions I mentioned to you earlier built with partners available to you through the Partner Innovation Hub and with AWS Marketplace. With that, we wrap up. We recommend to our partners to seek out and ask questions, and for our customers to geek out and try some of these services. We'd love to hear your feedback. We ask you to please open up your apps, go to the session ID and submit your feedback so that we can learn how we can do better next time. And with that, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Thank you to you, the most committed audience. Thank you very much.